It's currently 6/16/26, roughly 17/18, and I was just pondering this past couple of, I did make this video, the Carmelo Anthony trial has revealed white America's mentality, how they cried the victim, and yet turned around and said blacks were being racist and saying all type of stuff, supporting murderers. But I even pointed that out in Lower Manhattan 2023, I believe, in 2024. Daniel Penny was found not guilty for manslaughter. When you watch the video, audio and video, clearly murder, and he had assistance, dudes holding his arms down. And Mr. Combs was found guilty for sex trafficking, but like I said, they denied his bail because they said he was a flight risk. Daniel Penny they raised $2 million for his defense, not GoFundMe, but like them independently, and gave it to him. So that means he's a flight risk, and his charge is way more crazier than what Diddy. And see, Mr. Combs already knew through his lawyers what they were potentially going to find him guilty, because they had, like, Mr. Cosby and Mr. R. Kelly. They had no evidence, but somehow they convicted them too. So he likely knew what he was going to be found guilty for, and they likely knew what they was going to find him guilty for. And as you see with Dr. Cosby and Mr. Combs, they're now using civil lawsuits to try to destroy their fortune. Out here in Cali, they just now, some ladies back in a couple of months ago, $19 million off of Dr. Cosby. Somebody touched her or raped her or whatever the hell. Yeah, whatever, kid. Yeah, out there in Cali, whatever the fuck. Out there, whatever the fuck. But either way, and then also, so previous to the Carmelo Anthony verdict, you got an Asian bull, and as I said, the Asians have an Asian Protection Act, who, as the case shows, said he stole, didn't steal. He ran, said he had a gun, didn't have a gun. Even if he did have a gun, if he shot him in the back, unless he was aiming the gun while running away, he still couldn't shoot him. Not guilty. But now white America is crying about how black America is supporting Carmelo Anthony. Welcome to the past, for my life anyway, 2.5 decades. As I said, go watch Daniel Penny. Black man murdered, suffocated, ex-Marine. They held his arms down. White America was silent about him not getting a bail, and raised $2 million. And you're crying about me supporting a black man. And then when you understand the myriad of stories that came out and probably suppressed evidence, and like I said, all right, when have you ever heard of a white dude by himself with no backup stepping to a black man's face aggressively? So you mean to tell me Mr. What's his name, Anthony, only black dude in the tent, surrounded by white dudes, and this Austin Metcalf character boldly gets with nobody surrounding. As they said, the other story was he was surrounded and they were actually jumping him. But even if they surrounded him and threatened him, he could use a weapon. So, but like I said, the theory is they were jumping them, or at the minimum, they surrounded them and was threatening them. But like I said, that story makes more sense to me. See, I'm going about my community, the environment which I was raised in, and the bitch-ass white niggas whom I encountered in South Philly, St. John Newman. How they would do that shit to only themselves because there was equal amounts of blacks. But yet when you go to Sharon Hill, Collindale, Ben Salem, Bristol, or Jersey, when there's like a class of like 1 or 3 black people in there, or a school, and there's a majority of white, they're doing that, what they do to each other, to that black bull, because they know they're going to jump him, and they'll have, see John Newman, equal numbers. So if they fight, they're going to square up. He's only tough when he got a group behind him. So it's highly unlikely, because I said, so 15 times he said, yo, Leave. So for five, it says about a 5-minute altercation. So you mean to tell him? So look at this dumb shit. For 5 minutes, 15 times, Austin Metcalf said, "Yo, leave the tent, leave the tent, leave the tent, leave the tent, leave the tent," and that was it. But then also they their own witnesses saying he got in his face and pushed him. What white boy you know got the heart to get in the black boy's face and swing first by himself with no assistance to back him up? Show me in history where it happened then. But even if that, all right, it's a theory. Didn't happen. Happened the way that they said it happened. As I already said, your friends should not be able to testify for you, because they're not going to say that you did something wrong if you did something wrong. But let's say it's the way his friends say it is, and all of white America is mad that black America is defending him. What's the problem? Daniel Penny just did it. Dr. Richie Rashad show. Officers killing you with handcuffs. Always do it. So why is it you can, on top of that, even though, Carmelo Anthony, same thing. Raise money for the bull. But at least the video, the audio, which you have none of, the audio and video of Daniel Penny, smother, I keep forgetting his name, the black dude, and having two white dudes, two white dudes holding the black, not breaking Daniel. Come on, Daniel, you drooling. He's dying, man. Get off of him. No. They're holding down his arms, Mr. Freely or Philly arms, so he can't break the sleeper hold, which makes them accomplice. And white America didn't say that, but yet supported this dude. And when it's a cop, he should have just complied. He should have just listened. Even when the audio and video shows he did, or she did, or it wasn't worthy of lethal force, or there was no gun present. White America always backs them. Now when I do it, it's a problem? When you just did it, and the Asian just did it? But yet when I do it now, I'm the villain. So now that Carmelo Anthony supporters are villains, would that make you when you kill me and you support them? Whenever you're ready to get busy, baby. Return dust out the candor.